Welcome to Las Vegas Speaks, a show that showcases influencers in Las Vegas. And I am with Dr. Ron Thomas. Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you, Guy, for having me here. It's truly an honor, and I'm looking forward to the conversation.
And you are a pastor. How long have you been in the ministry?
Guy, we've been pastoring here locally for the last 25 years, serving the community at Reconciliation Apostolic Ministries.
What inspired you to become a minister?
Life's experiences and circumstances and having a real experience with God, the change that He brought about in my life, and we're just trying to push it forward and be that change that people need to see.
And there are also financial services that you offer to people related to your ministry to an extent. Will you talk a little bit about the things that you're helping people with in the financial realm?
Absolutely, Guy. You know, about 4 years ago, we were fortunate enough to have a conversation with someone that shared the opportunity to provide services, not just services, but even a business opportunity for people that are entrepreneurial minded. We took the time to educate ourselves in that, get licensed, and we have a consultant company now, Thomas Consultant Group, that we're helping in two capacities, providing financial literacy, sharing the financial opportunities to help families, as well as giving people an opportunity to start their businesses.
Financial literacy is a word that is being used a lot nowadays. Can you give us an explanation of what that's all about and how your company helps people with it?
Absolutely. Most people don't realize the basic principles of finances and money, wealth accumulation, leaving a legacy. Most people don't realize the instruments that are out there. If a person is fortunate enough to have insurance, they really have the old form of insurance, which is really death insurance. They don't understand the no-cost rider that comes along called living benefits. And so that's what we're trying to bring about education towards, helping people to realize that if you know about insurance, there is a no-cost rider that can provide access to your benefits while you're alive if in the event you have a critical, chronic, or terminal illness.
Well, as we know, insurance is a topic that a lot of people don't want to face because of the inevitability of our own death. How do you approach people to get them to understand the importance of the product that you offer?
Well, what we try to do is talk about, once again, financial literacy. We provide free financial needs analysis. What I'm not is an insurance salesman. Insurance is just one of the products that we help people navigate financial stability within their life. Most people are going to get a sickness, an illness of some form before they pass away. And so the challenge is, how are you going to navigate and manage your life in the midst of dealing with a chronic illness, such as a cancer, you know? And we help individuals to put themselves in a position where they put a value on their life, to where they don't have to pass away and leave money to relatives while their quality of life is poor. But having access to resources while you're still alive, while you're going through that diagnosis or that chemotherapy, changes this perspective of family members from an anxiety and stress standpoint to an actual financial burden. So that's what we're trying to educate people with.
And really the way that finances are affected by a chronic illness, as you had mentioned, I think it's something that a lot of people don't recognize. They're thinking more about the illness itself. But one of the things that you had talked to me about earlier was the way that it can absolutely devastate you financially.
Absolutely. Statistics say that over 6 million people a year are diagnosed with some form of heart attack, cancer, stroke. And statistics again say that 70% of those people are going to survive. Somebody watching, you probably know someone that has had cancer and survived, had a stroke and survived. But the devastating impact of not being able to work, paying bills, going through chemo, the expenses that come along, it would be wonderful if that person had an insurance policy that they're able to cash in on, draw from while they're still alive to impact their quality of health, or their life, I should say.
There's more to come, so don't go away. We'll be back with more of Las Vegas Speaks. Founded nearly a decade ago, the Black Business Chamber is still the Valley's voice for the Black business community, bringing business and innovation together. Come learn with us. Come grow with us. We're the next generation of Black entrepreneurs in the city of Las Vegas. We're the Black Business Chamber. When you think about your image or your brand, it means everything. So when you think about world-class public relations, think about classy communications, helping you improve your visibility in the marketplace.
When it comes to selling your home, there are many things that can go wrong. That's why in today's changing real estate market, you need an expert, now more than ever, to help you avoid the pitfalls and get the top dollar for your home. Sherry Struthers is your local expert. On a daily basis, Sherry talks to people just like you that are thinking about selling their home. Sherry makes the process go smoothly. Give Sherry a call today at 702-812-3273 and let her make your real estate dreams come true.
The problem in the market is that although you save and save, that old 401k and taxes is just destroying your retirement. Contact us at the Thomas Consulting Group, LLC, for a free, no obligation financial literacy and financial needs analysis. Don't let not knowing destroy your hard-earned retirement. Contact us today, the Thomas Consulting Group, LLC, where you can leave a legacy. It's golf time again. Time for the second annual Black Business Chamber Golf Tournament and Fundraiser at the fabulous Las Vegas Golf Club. Last year's event was fantastic. This year's will be even better. So dust off those clubs and gather your foursome. Register now for the second annual Black Business Chamber Golf Tournament and Fundraiser at the Las Vegas Golf Club. Don't wait. Tickets on sale now at www.blackbusinesschamber.com. Welcome back as we continue with Las Vegas Speaks.
What is the type of feedback that you get from people? You're offering them a service that is really valuable, can change their lives in a positive way. Do they enjoy the education? Do they learn things that they didn't know before they sat down with you?
Absolutely, Guy. Most people have never even heard of living benefits. Most people, if they've heard of it, they think that it's something that they can't afford. But just to be able to create that environment, that learning environment, to share information, not making a person feel like they're trying to be sold something, but just educating them in that, where a person comes to understand that this is something that I don't just need, but I want. People spend more for what they want than what they need. And so we've just got to be able to provide that information to make people want what we have. Same way with the gospel. You know, we talk about Jesus. We don't want people to feel like they just need him. We want them to want him.
That was my next question, really, Dr. Thomas, isn't this very similar to the ministry, because you're sharing information that people absolutely need to know, and you are bringing tremendous value to them by them having this knowledge to protect themselves and their families because of, again, the inevitable fact that we will all leave this planet at some point.
Yeah. Well, my job is to make sure that the community is aware of this. The new thing now is not insurance, but it's GoFundMe accounts. And for a cup of coffee, Starbucks, every day for a month, a person can place a value on their life if they're in good health and young of at least $500,000. And I have a situation that I know of, a very good friend of mine. He was like a brother of mine. He was a local pastor, and he had a stroke. And he did not have these benefits that I'm talking about. He was disabled. It cost him his family, and he ended up passing away a few years later. He did not have the benefits that we're talking about right now. His family struggled and suffered during that time until his demise. And if I can just help one person and one family be able to increase their quality of life by this information, then I've done my job as a pastor and as a community leader.
Well, they say stories sell, and do you find that impactful when you talk to people about other situations basically they have identification with that, so it's easier for them to see this could happen to me if I don't take advantage of this opportunity that's being presented to me.
Absolutely, and just like the gospel again, some people take advantage of it and get saved, and some people don't. I have another case where this information was presented to a young lady for $45 a month. She could have been worth $500,000. She decided to wait and think about it. 3 months later, she was diagnosed with breast cancer. She went through the whole chemo. The good thing about that story is she's cancer-free today, but the unfortunate thing is I couldn't say that I gave her a check for $400,000. And so I just want somebody to be able to take advantage of this information. I'm grateful for this platform to share this with this community, not just the service, but also the business opportunity to be able to advance your quality of life by presenting this information to your family and to your friends, and to become an entrepreneur and start your own business.
What do you enjoy the most about what you do?
Helping people. It's the same with the gospel. Watching the quality of life for people to change. And so what we do, being able to educate people concerning finances, financial literacy, helping them to know that they can leave a legacy to their children's children. At least that's what the Bible says. A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. And this is just one of the resources that we have to help people to do that.
Yeah, very critical service that you're providing for people that has a long-term and a short-term impact on their lives. I think, again, with life insurance, sometimes people don't take it as seriously because it's going to be something that happens at the end of their life, but the ability to be able to solve immediate problems, you just never know when you're going to be stricken with some type of a disease. It doesn't knock on your door and tell you that it's coming. You just all of a sudden have it, and it's, I guess, very rewarding for you to be able to help people to navigate through very challenging times in their lives.
Absolutely. Well, one of the things that we want to make sure that the community knows is that's just one of the products that we have. We are in a crisis in America. We have a $28 trillion debt, and we have to make sure that people know that retirement is hopefully is a good thing. Right now, how are those debts going to be paid? If we don't share with people financial literacy and help them to understand that it's not about a 401k plan, but it's about setting money aside that's going to accrue and accumulate in a way that they're going to be able to be successful in the future. And that's what we want to be able to provide to our listening audience.
And how can everyone get in contact with you if they want to learn more about your services?
My phone number to contact me is 702-325-8476. Our website is, tconsultinggroup.com.
It was a pleasure to have you on the show today, Dr. Thomas. Financial services are so critical in different aspects of our lives, and making sure that you are properly insured, as Dr. Thomas was talking about today, is something that we should all be paying attention to. An outstanding interview with Dr. Thomas that I think resonates with all of us. We are all going to die at some point. Let's get ourselves prepared for the inevitable.
There's more to come, so don't go away. We'll be back with more of Las Vegas Speaks. Don't let impaired credit prevent you from achieving your goal of home ownership. Genrise, the leader in credit education, provides an online credit masterclass. The class demystifies the complex areas of credit by providing a comprehensive view of consumer credit, credit bureaus, and credit scores. Genrise provides simple tools to help improve your credit scores. To sign up for the online credit class, go to www.genrise.com. Founded nearly a decade ago, the Black Business Chamber is still the Valley's voice for the Black business community, bringing business and innovation together. Come learn with us. Come grow with us. We're the next generation of Black entrepreneurs in the city of Las Vegas. We're the Black Business Chamber. It's golf time again. Time for the second annual Black Business Chamber Golf Tournament and Fundraiser at the fabulous Las Vegas Golf Club. Last year's event was fantastic. This year's will be even better. So dust off those clubs and gather your foursome. Register now for the second annual Black Business Chamber Golf Tournament and Fundraiser at the Las Vegas Golf Club. Don't wait. Tickets on sale now at www.blackbusinesschamber.com. Welcome back as we continue with Las Vegas Speaks.
You are watching Las Vegas Speaks. I am your host, Guy Dawson, and I am here with Christopher Lane. He is heading a group that is trying to bring an NBA team to Las Vegas. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you. Thank you for having me.
We have become a big sports town over the last couple of years, adding, of course, a women's basketball team in the professionals, and then we also have the Las Vegas Knights. Yes. The NBA, why the NBA now?
The NBA now because it's the next step, honestly. Like you said, we have the hockey team with the Golden Knights, we have the Raiders, we have the Aces here, and we also have the Aviators, which is a minor league team, and we have the Vegas Knights also, which is the minor league soccer team. So professional basketball, I think, for men anyway, NBA-wise, is next in order.
How do you get to the point where you decide that you want to bring an NBA team to a city? It's a major accomplishment to do something like that.
Yeah, well, I was a part of the team that was trying to bring the team to Louisville, Kentucky back in 2014. So basically at that time, the NBA wasn't accepting expansion franchises at that time. So when I got wind of they're interested in doing an expansion, I was like, I'm gonna take everything I learned from there and apply it to Las Vegas because this is where I live. And I know too many people, sources, and have too many resources to not be able to do it now.
Las Vegas or anywhere else in the country, any destination, they don't add NBA teams very often. Right. What makes you special, any group special enough to where the NBA would want to give you a team?
Well, with the NBA being the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas is next in line for everything. For everything that comes, sports, entertainment, everything is going to be the destination. It's been the destination spot. We're just adding on to it.
What is the process? How do you get started when you want to establish your own NBA team?
Well, first it's a lot of research. After that, you have to really crunch the numbers, know what needs to take place as far as bringing an NBA team to Las Vegas or any city. And it's, like I said, what I did for Louisville, Kentucky, I'm just taking that and establishing that to Las Vegas.
There's more to come, so don't go away. We'll be back with more of Las Vegas Speaks. The problem in the market is that although you save and save, that old 401k and taxes is just destroying your retirement. Contact us at the Thomas Consulting Group, LLC, for a free, no obligation financial literacy and financial needs analysis. Don't let not knowing destroy your hard-earned retirement. Contact us today, the Thomas Consulting Group, LLC, where you can leave a legacy. Founded nearly a decade ago, the Black Business Chamber is still the Valley's voice for the Black business community, bringing business and innovation together. Come learn with us. Come grow with us. We're the next generation of Black entrepreneurs in the city of Las Vegas. We're the Black Business Chamber.
When it comes to selling your home, there are many things that can go wrong. That's why in today's changing real estate market, you need an expert, now more than ever, to help you avoid the pitfalls and get the top dollar for your home. Sherry Struthers is your local expert. On a daily basis, Sherry talks to people just like you that are thinking about selling their home. Sherry makes the process go smoothly. Give Sherry a call today at 702-812-3273 and let her make your real estate dreams come true.
Hi, I'm Ray, the solar guy, with your home energy health tip of the day from Vegas Clean Energy, your local sun-run solar energy consultant. Your home consumes electricity every time you flip on the light switch. Replace those incandescent lamps with energy-efficient LED lamps. They'll save on energy while producing the same amount of light. That's great for your wallet and the environment. For more home energy health tips, give me a call, Ray, the solar guy, at Vegas Clean Energy, your local sun-run energy consultant. Don't let impaired credit prevent you from achieving your goal of home ownership. Genrise the leader in credit education, provides an online credit masterclass. The class demystifies the complex areas of credit by providing a comprehensive view of consumer credit, credit bureaus, and credit scores. Genrise provides simple tools to help improve your credit scores. To sign up for the online credit class, go to www.genrise.com. It's golf time again. Time for the second annual Black Business Chamber Golf Tournament and Fundraiser at the fabulous Las Vegas Golf Club. Last year's event was fantastic. This year's will be even better. So dust off those clubs and gather your foursome. Register now for the second annual Black Business Chamber Golf Tournament and Fundraiser at the Las Vegas Golf Club. Don't wait. Tickets on sale now at www.blackbusinesschamber.com. Welcome back as we continue with Las Vegas Speaks.
How often does the NBA consider bringing on new teams?
The last expansion team that they brought on was 2004. At that time, it was the Charlotte Bobcats that they brought in, which is now owned by Michael Jordan, which is the Charlotte Hornets. And that was the last expansion team that they brought. So it's been 17 years now. So it's not as often, but they're interested in it now because, one, the COVID situation, even though they lost money, they made money, but they're ready to expand the NBA even more.
And of course, we're not very far from LA.
Exactly.
We have the Lakers and the Clippers out in LA.
Yes.
How will having a team in Vegas impact that? Because we have so many people who are always coming from California to Vegas. Do you think that that's going to be helpful, the fact that you have that West Coast presence, and then they'll actually be able to come over to Vegas? A lot of the fans will probably come over.
Yeah, well, I mean, with the Raiders being here, we all know how Raiders fans are. You know what I'm saying? We have a huge basketball community here in Las Vegas with UNLV. We also have like the minor league teams like the Las Vegas Royals and teams like that. So Vegas has a real big basketball community. So bringing an NBA team here would be perfect.
I know there's been a lot of talk of them bringing a team from another city to Las Vegas, but there is a difference, isn't there, between establishing an expansion franchise the way that you're wanting to do it as compared to potentially bringing another franchise from another city? What is the advantage of that?
Well, bringing another, let's just take what Alex Rodriguez just did with the Minnesota Timberwolves, of him and his group just buying them. It doesn't take effect until 2023. So with it taking effect in 2023, they have to go through that process, and then they have to go through another process on moving it from Minnesota to Las Vegas or Seattle or wherever they're trying to take it to. With starting off with an expansion team, we're here. We don't have to cut through no tape. We know everything that we have to do to bring the team here.
And would the team be playing in the T-Mobile Arena, or are they going to build a new arena for the team?
Well, what we're trying to do is start off with the T-Mobile Arena so we can build the fan base up to a certain extent. We're in talks with T-Mobile right now to get everything in order with that, but T-Mobile is most definitely the place.
And building up the excitement within the community, this culture, as we've seen with the Vegas Knights, I mean, their first year out, they had a phenomenal success and the community really embraced them. How could we make that work for an NBA team potentially?
Well, me personally, I'm more about the community, giving back to schools, kids, things of that nature. Like when I was growing up, we had after school programs that we had sports-wise, art-wise, boys and girls clubs and things like that. And that's one of the things I want to bring to Vegas. I'm from Gary, Indiana. And we used to have a whole lot of after-school programs. So that's one of my main missions and focus with helping bringing the NBA team here, that we give back to the community. And I'm not just talking about the community of Las Vegas. I'm talking North Las Vegas, Summerlin, Henderson, all of that.
Yeah, and again, with us becoming a city that, Christopher, that has become so sports oriented, I mean, you know, what's the next step? How do you keep yourself motivated and working? I know you said that you had tried to do this in another city. I guess you probably learned a lot from that experience.
Yes, I've learned a lot. I mean, motivation, ownership is always good motivation. But to keep me motivated is just, I'm going to show a lot of people that it can be done. You know what I'm saying? If it's coming through me, if it's something that I put together, someone pretty much buys it from me, I just know the process of getting it done.
And NBA teams are incredibly valuable commodities up in the billions of dollars now.
Yes.
It's just phenomenal how
Yes.
how valuable it is to own a team. You know, how do you position yourself to be able to own $1 billion asset like that?
So what I do is put together a franchise team, well, a finance team, I should say. Put together a finance team of resources that I've been dealing with for over 15 years. And we put it together under one entity, and then we get other investors that want to come in when we keep majority ownership under our entity. It's not individuals, it's a company that comes together and does it.
And on the NBA side, what is the process that they take you through in deciding whether they're going to allow you to have an expansion franchise or not?
Well, with me dealing with the lawyer for the Players Association, they're not putting out a template until November or December of this year. So now I know that they're doing that. They're going to have everything from me by June. And the lawyer is pretty much walking me through step by step of what I need to do, things I need to present so I can have all my I's dotted and T's crossed.
And of course, there's an expansion draft whenever you
Yes.
are starting a new team. What is that like? How do you figure out the players that you're going to be able to put out on the court every night?
Well, in an expansion draft, each of the 30 teams makes players available. And that's where the expansion drafts comes into play. So we get a chance to pick from the availability of what the teams let loose, that they're parting ways with, and that's how we do it. So you always have to come in with 2 expansion teams. So it would be, let's say, Las Vegas and another team, and we both go back and forth for the draft.
Christopher, how can people get in contact with you to learn more about this possibility of having another expansion team here in Las Vegas?
Yeah, you can call me. My business line is 725-261-2003. That's 725-261-2003.
And really quickly, any idea what the name of the team might be?
Yes, I do have it. Since this is the first interview that I'm doing, we're going with the Las Vegas Stars.
All right. Well, we have plenty of stars here in Las Vegas, and hopefully sometime soon we will have a basketball team to go with the professional hockey team that we already have. Las Vegas is becoming a metropolis of sports, and we're really looking forward to seeing the success that Christopher and his group might have in bringing an NBA team to our town.